What did you imagine your life would be like when you were a child? It probably consisted of a dream job in your favourite city. Maybe you thought you'd be driving a cool car or travelling the world. And you probably even fantasized about what your partner would be like. These thoughts were just your first taste of spontaneity bias entering your life. If you look at the variety of just dating websites out there, there's no surprise that relationships and love are always on people's minds. I mean, who can blame them? Relationships have an amazing impact on our lives. According to some statistics, coupled people live longer than single ones. And there's always someone to share the weight of a hard decision. And hey, with an extra set of hands around the house, there's no excuse not to get those projects done. So, do you think you've already fallen in love? What if I told you that you could be wrong? That's not something everyone likes to hear, especially when it comes to their significant other. However, you may be a victim of your own spontaneity bias. Spontaneity bias isn't inherently bad. In fact, it has its place when it comes to reaching our goals, planning for the future, and it's a driving factor when it comes to our creativity. Also, these sometimes frequent positive thoughts lead to a boost of motivation. So if this bias is pushing you to do bigger, better things, how can it be so bad? When it comes to relationships, spontaneity bias pushes its way into your mind. When in a new relationship, frequent, positive, often intrusive, thoughts of your partner randomly spring into your mind. You daydream about the perfect date you just had, or imagine your future together. These thoughts pop into your head all day long, on your commute, during lunch, even while you're working. Because we are more apt to value these spontaneous thoughts more than rational thoughts, we think, this must be love. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you to push those lovey-dovey thoughts of your loved ones out of your mind. Love needs those feelings to work. What you need to do, however, is to be cautious about reading too much into these sudden intrusions. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds awful. How will I ever know if I'm really in love? Firstly, you need to reel in those spontaneous thoughts. Acknowledge their existence and remember that just because a feeling is sudden and powerful doesn't always make it more meaningful. It's okay to daydream, but be sure that you're also keeping your feet on the ground. It's also important to think things through. The best inventions aren't arrived to immediately after inspiration strikes. It takes time to sort through all of the ideas and thoughts, to really sort them out into what's important and what's just spontaneous. It's all the same with love. If you can sit down rationally, think through your feelings with your loved one, and you are still coming to the same conclusion, you may just be in love. Perhaps most importantly, you need to balance your rational mind and your emotional heart. When falling in love, we have those heart-racing, gut feelings. But guess what? Those are your spontaneity bias coming into play. It's essential to balance these intuitions with rational thought. After all, love is a beautiful balance of heart-fluttering moments and stable, supportive foundations. I'm not here to take you out of love. Like I said at the beginning, love can be great. It can make us better. So, how do you know? There are some key things to look for when weighing that hefty decision. It may be a huge moment of self-reflection, but ask yourself if you find yourself falling in love frequently. Someone who believes they're falling in love a lot often miss the real thing when it's right under their noses. They are also more likely to experience disappointment and heartache from mistaking their spontaneity bias for something more. On the flip side, you may be finding yourself acting in a completely different manner than you are used to. These may be sure signs that you found the one. Are you finding yourself stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things because of your partner's interests? When in love, people grow both emotionally and intellectually. If your relationship is pushing these boundaries, stick around and see what's coming. Another sure sign of love is the time and investment you're putting into your partner. Together, you may be working for a larger goal. There is time, energy, and emotion involved. There are future plans and shared goals. It could be saving up to buy a house together, or supporting a partner as they go through college or start a new career. It's the effort put into each other to make sure both parties are becoming the best you can be. That's the real power of love. It goes without saying that relationships are complicated, but that doesn't mean you have to be scared of them. Go into them with not only an open heart, but a rational mind. Who knows, your perfect match may just be around the corner. Leave a like if this video made you pause and think about your love life, and drop a comment below, letting me know whether you are absolutely sure you're in love. And as always, if you want more psychology videos like this, remember to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you for watching.